Good morning, sweet world, and welcome to the No Dunks podcast presented by FanDuel. It's Wednesday, February 25th, 2026. I'm J.E. Skeets here in the Classic Factory, and alongside me, as always, Tass Mellis.
Basketball lovers, this is for you.
Next to him, it's my Top Shot Hot Boy, Trey Kirby.
Ayo.
Ayo. And last but not least, making the magic happen, super producer JD.
Hello.
There he is. Hello. Here we are. Hello to everybody on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. Hit the like button, subscribe, podcast listeners, 5-star ratings and reviews. Lots of games to talk about. We're going to also predict the Team USA 2028 Olympics roster. A lot of people were having fun with that. We'll chime in with our thoughts, but we had another Wedgie. Wedgie 51 on the season, if you're keeping track, which we are. And it was Marvin Bagley III with a real quickie there in Brooklyn. They were confused. Jordy Fernandez was pissed. It's like, why are we calling this? The thing fell out. He maybe had a point. It didn't stick long, but they blew the whistle. It's a wedgie. In fact, the broadcast, they said, if there's a whistle, there's a wedgie. And I love that saying.
Wow.
So
That's really great, actually.
51. Yeah. So Sarah Kustok was on the call too. She's like, yeah, it stuck there longer in the slow motion replay.
Very true.
Made me laugh.
If there's a whistle, there's a wedge.
Right? Isn't that nice?
That was very nice.
Put it on a fridge magnet, I said. Yeah. That's good. Or a
It's a Ben
t-shirt.
Golliver.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We should put that on a t-shirt. Like, that's a cool saying. I mean, we're probably going to set the record for wedgies this year. It's quite possible. Knock on wood. Knock on wedge
13
wood.
more to do it.
But if we do it, new shirt alert with a little saying. How about that?
Oh, I like. Okay.
You eyeing my jumpsuit?
You got a new shirt. More of a
Yeah, I'm
jumpsuit.
wearing a Dickies work suit. Of course I am.
Yeah, that's one piece.
Yeah, that's a one-piecer.
How you gonna take a dump, man?
I got a nervous butt. Ain't no way I'm pooping here.
Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah,
you look mad comfy too. Both of you stand up. Look at these guys.
Let's show off
Come
our
on, look at these
jumpsuits.
fits from these guys today. Okay, there's the jump
You
shot.
want the workman's
very
jumpsuit or the athlete jumpsuit?
Yeah, look at
This
this.
is comfortable guy.
Okay.
Comfortable guy.
Wow, a little fashion show. I got on the Skyhawks sweatshirt.
You're monochromatic,
Yeah,
at least.
yeah. From last night, we had a blast going down to the Gateway Center Arena in College Park, calling Raptors 905 and the Skyhawks game. And for once, with us on the call, we got a competitive game and we got a Skyhawks win. That maybe happened once before, but anyway, it was a close game, which was nice. High scoring, 132, 129.
That was fun. Super fun. We learned a new tactic that NBA coaches can deploy.
Yeah.
Coach Steve Cly of the College Park Skyhawks at one point in the first half got very upset with his team's performance. Punched a clipboard. Bang! Suddenly there's blood all over the court. They had to call a timeout, clean up his blood. Turns out the coach was bleeding from the finger. Free timeout. But it was very funny to see him coaching with his hand behind his back as the trainer is taping him up and bandaging him. He's doing everything else with his other hand. Hey, 1-1-7-7. Maybe somebody could do that. Like, it's the new Jason Kidd move.
I was going to say, that's the evolution of Kidd getting his own player to run into him and spill the Diet Coke. They just talked about that on the Hoop Collective. I heard Bontemps and Windhorst bringing that up. But yeah, this is next level task. You just got to cut yourself. You compared it to like a wrestler with the razor blade on the forehead. That's what Coach Cly was doing last night.
Yeah, Coach Cly came up to us and said, I invented a new timeout. Because
Lost
he was
a pint
bleeding.
of blood, but there was a lot of blood from just the pinky, I thought.
Just his pinky. Yeah, and I was confused. I heard the whiteboard hit the ground. I looked on over, and I just thought he threw it on the ground.
Yeah.
But he must have gave it a good punch with that left hand. That they bandaged him, then rebandaged him at halftime with a different color bandage. He went from white to black, but that was a lot of blood.
It was.
For a whiteboard punch.
But it helped inspire the team as the Skyhawks got the win. I think we shared a link to at least the highlights of the game if you want to check that out there and you're in the stream team. But let's get into some NBA games, and let's start with the Lakers because they lost a heartbreaker on Tuesday, 110-109 defeat to the Magic. Wendell Carter Jr. hit a layup with 7 seconds remaining. It gave the Magic a 1-point lead, but the Lakers ran a play out of the timeout to get a final shot. And you're going to see here, out of the timeout, Luka had an open look here as he gets open at the top for a potential game-winning three-pointer. He hesitates, though. He picks up the rock. He hands LeBron the grenade and his desperation three as time expires. No good. Magic win. And there was a lot of talk about this particular play task after the game. And Luka said, quote, "I know I was open, but I just thought I was a little bit far. Tried to take one dribble closer, and I probably shouldn't have picked up the ball, and I should have tried to attack." What do you think?
All his teammates thought he was letting it go.
Yeah.
DeAndre Ayton set a moving screen to get him open, which was very nice. But he should have rolled to the rim to get everybody away from Luka. Instead, he just stood there, and that allowed Paolo Banchero to get up closer to Luka. He had nowhere to go. And then he gives LeBron a grenade. Here, you do it. And he has to let it go at the end of the clock. Rui also over there, which doesn't provide any space in the short corner. So it was absolutely designed for Luka to let it rip. He also just didn't feel good, I'm sure, this entire game. He was 2 of 10 from 3, 4 of 9 from the free throw line. He did not feel good, but still, that play was all set up, and there was just a clump of men up there for no reason. I mean, he should have just let it rip.
Yeah.
I guess it's a deep Luka 3.
I mean, for a lot of guys, that's the one thing I was like, okay, for a lot of NBA guys, yeah, maybe not that one. Not for Luka. We've seen him take that shot a million times.
Yeah, very weird setup to it as well, with all the Lakers just like sprinting after half court, getting organized as quick as possible. And I mean, he had basically 2 looks at it, right? Like the first screen, he's wide open. He probably could have still forced up the one after the dribble, but like Tess said, 2 for 10 from 3. He hit a couple of jumpers in the fourth quarter, but for a Lakers team that's been really good in the clutch this year, not a great clutch performance all around, I thought. Like, LeBron, this ain't going on his career highlight reel. Missed a free throw with a couple of minutes left. He was guarding Bane on that big 3, and he just completely lost track of him. It wasn't like Bane was moving around. He went and set up on the left wing, but LeBron was ball watching. Nice pass by Paolo to knock it down. And then, it would have been an amazing shot if he knocks down that 3 after the Luka pass, but, still off the glass, off the rim. So I thought LeBron was just no rhythm. Like, he barely touched the ball down the stretch. They got him that layup on the baseline out of bounds play. But other than that, it was like he had a fast break opportunity where he basically fell over. He was having trouble getting around to Anthony Black. I thought this just a bad loss for the Lakers, I thought, and a really, really great game for Paolo Banchero.
Yes, which he needed, I think, here on the resume.
Yeah, this was a worse loss than the loss to the Boston Celtics on the weekend. That was in Boston, where they were destroying them in the second quarter. This Lakers game at home against the Magic, it was a winnable game. And so that one was far different. And this one, they just couldn't execute down the stretch. And Luka, as good as a quarterback he was in this game, he was doing that pretty well. It was a lot of dribbling the heck out of the ball, watching those possessions, and they just didn't know what they were doing offensively. And that's the worrisome part. We know this team's not going to be great defensively. With the trio of Reeves, Luka, and LeBron, it's going to be a struggle bus. That's going to happen. But the offense should bail them out. And the last few weeks, it hasn't. And that's the more worrisome part here for the Lakers.
Yeah, they posted their second lowest point total this season against the Celtics in that game that they lost. And then they shot horrendously from 3 in this one against the Magic after the LeBron miss, 9 of 29 as a team. Also, Austin Reeves, where are you? He is just like not involved that much. He took 5 shot attempts in the first half. He didn't score until the third quarter of this game. And you're right, Tess, like, this team, if they're going to win, it's going to be because of offensive reasons. So when they struggle there, they don't have much chance. And also, with all that said, Banchero misses a shot with like 10 seconds to go. Lakers grab that rebound. It's the foul game, maybe hit free throws, and you probably pull this out. They couldn't secure that defensive board. It landed in Wendell Carter Jr.'s hands, and Johnny on the spot there put it in. That gave them the lead before the whole play, which, by the way, like I'm seeing like unbelievable play call by JJ Redick. It did result in Luka having an open look, but like, what was Banchero also doing? Like, there was not a lot of moving parts on this play. They just all started in the backcourt, all ran up, sort of just bumped into each other, and Banchero just like let Luka sort of get to the 3-point line. You're right, Ayton then sort of got in the way.
Oh, that's a great moving screen right there.
Banchero should have. I mean, I thought he just like just left him. Yeah. If Luka takes the shot and hits it, it's like, what are you doing? So strange. Because there was another play too where I guess it was Bane that you could give the blame to. LeBron just cut right to the rim on a baselines out of bounds play that put the Lakers like back up. I think it did. So like not the greatest defensive stance here for both teams.
Yeah, the Bane lay-in where everybody was sort of over helping on that possession, and then the double offensive rebound, really the one that went to Anthony Black and then ended up in Wendell Carter's hands. Rui Hachimura airballed to 3. Just bad plays in the fourth quarter for this team overall.
Anything else on this one?
I did think Paolo was awesome in this one. 36 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. He did have 4 turnovers, but got to the free throw line 11 times, and it looked to me like he was dictating out there rather than reacting to what was happening or trying to fit in at all. He was getting mismatches. He was exploiting his size for sure. Anytime they were switching a small guy onto him, he was getting to his jumper, and the jumper was okay last night, but he had a lot of rim attempts as well. Then down the stretch, had a three-pointer. They left him wide open, but knocked it down, had a really tough layup, and then found Bane for, I guess the second biggest shot of clutch time on that three where LeBron was not paying attention. So this is the kind of game, like you're saying, that Paolo needed. Magic are just putting some wins together here at the very least. They beat the Clippers, they beat the Lakers, they've beaten some bad teams as well, but they've gotten themselves back into the mix for the 6th seed.
Yeah, and this was without Franz and without Jalen Suggs, who is their engine defensively. So more a disappointing game for the Lakers than an overwhelmingly good win for the Magic, but they have strung some wins together here back-to-back in LA and some other ones as well.
Yeah, well, they lost to that Jalen Green, right, in the double overtime fadeaway three in the corner.
Yeah.
That's a potentially winnable game, but they're doing okay on the road trip after beating the Kings, losing to the Suns in double overtime, now beating both the LA teams. Let's talk about another team struggling, but in the other conference, Donovan Mitchell. They're not struggling. He was great. 23 points. James Harden added 20. Cavaliers pulled away in the second half for the 109-94 victory over the New York Knicks. Cleveland used a lockdown third quarter, Trae. 23-11 was the score of the third quarter. So 11 points for the New York Knicks. I saw Twitter calling them the New York Bricks because there was a lot of missed shots. Yeah, they shot 3 of 24, the Knicks did in the corner. The worst shooting quarter by the Knicks since 2018. You got to go way back. But they struggled all night, really, offensively.
Yeah. Cleveland didn't play all that well offensively in the third quarter either. 23 points, you average it out. That's under 100 for a game. That's a poor offensive showing, but they blew out the Knicks in that quarter. A couple of their baskets were early on as well, the Knicks. But it just looked like, I thought, good defense from the Cavs. I think Karl-Anthony Towns is absolutely going to be scapegoated for this one. He only took 5 shots, took 1 shot in the second half. He's got to be more aggressive, but it's also on Brunson, man. Like, they can't get him the ball. Brunson, when he touches it, he wants to shoot, or he wants to make the pass for the assist. I think it's a little bit on Mike Brown, and I just thought there were opportunities to get Towns involved inside on post-ups, but the Cavs were doing a good job of sliding a guy over to make it tough, pressuring the ball so that they couldn't really get an inbounds pass as well. So good defense. Towns fading a little bit, but also I just think that the mix with Brunson and Towns this season, more so than last season, but even last year, not perfect. Like, they don't really maximize each other. There are times when Towns is involved at the top of the key as a distributor, as a screener. That's not necessarily the best use of his talents, but at least he's trying that. But I think every time the Knicks lose, A, it's a disaster, and B, it comes down to Karl-Anthony Towns. You're the one who blew it. And to me, even though he didn't have a great game, it's not 100% on Towns. And it's anytime he has a bad game as well, it's like you forget he just had his best 3-game stretch of the season.
Yes. He was great against the Bulls.
Recently.
Now I know it's Chicago, but he was amazing.
He destroyed the Bulls.
Yeah.
He was huge in the fourth quarter in their comeback against the Rockets as well. But then he goes out and shoots 5 times. So you're like, come on, man.
Well, the funny part is he's 5 for 5.
Exactly. 4 for 4 in the first half as well. But there are times when he drifts for sure. But I think that there's got to be some sort of a coaching strategy, some sort of a point guard strategy. Get the guy the ball in a place where he can score.
It's so difficult to assess what these Knicks are because they're so bad after breaks. After the NBA Cup, bad. After the All-Star game, also bad. Yeah. It's just like Michael Jordan said about load management. We got to play every game out there. We got to play consistently. It's so odd to look at this team because they're literally 12-4 over their last 16. and that was preceded by a 2-9 record over 11 games. They are up and down, and especially down after the All-Star game. They had that bad loss to the Pistons on the Thursday night. They recovered to beat the Houston Rockets barely in the fourth quarter.
Came back huge,
They're down 18, so there was 3 bad quarters. They barely beat the Bulls, even though Cat had a good game. And then this loss to the Cavs, who are playing really, really well. The chemistry is there. You can see it. The units, their first unit now with James Harden out there moving the ball, along with the new starter, Dean Wade, who's taken over Jalen Tyson's spot since James Harden came. Just for height, I think. That seems to be the movement or the move there for Kenny Atkinson. They got the spacing. You saw 2 threes from Evan Mobley in the first few minutes of this game. I don't care if one counts as a long 2. That big toe was on the toe.
That's the classic Trey Kirby. Pick up basketball.
Got these
You've
giant
gotten
feet.
better.
What can I say?
Yeah, you've gotten better at getting
feet
behind
are
the
so
line.
big, I can't control them.
So with Dean Wade starting, Jalen Tyson moves to the bench along with Dennis Schroeder, who is setting guys up. Some beauty passes there.
Nice.
Some great looks. They just have chemistry on both units right now, which is not what the New York Knicks have on the other side.
The Knicks, man, they're weird. They're just playing like listless hoops. Like there's very little fight right from the jump. They just feel like they're going through the motions and they're just like, wake us when the playoffs are here.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think they're that good enough to do that. I think that's a dangerous game to play. I get it so somewhat, but yeah, they just got to play way harder. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. They're down by 14. I mean, this is a quarter where they can't score. Coach Mike Brown, he tried a lineup of Brunson, Alvarado, Shamet, so he goes with the 3 small guys, and we've seen that before, Mohamed Diawara, and then Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson actually, I thought, played okay, but same results, and then it got so bad, or he got so desperate, here comes Jordan Clarkson. He's dusted off and tried to give him an opportunity to, spark something, but not much happened again in that quarter. They're just going through the motions right now. And that's not the first team to ever have done that, but they're also not a championship team. It's like, you got some things to prove here, right? And maybe having home court advantage in Madison Square Garden, of all places, could help your chances to go very far. So you may want to stick around here in the standings as teams start tying you, if not passing you.
Yeah, didn't the Knicks lose a bunch of home games in the playoffs last year? I know they lost game 1.
Ooh.
Tyrese Halliburton.
So reverse strategy, you're saying
Reverse strategy,
they're
stay on the
throwing.
road.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I take back everything I said.
I don't know. The Knicks don't feel better to me this year than they were last season. Tibbs, I think, gets the most out of a team, at least in the regular season. They are playing more guys off the bench. Shamet finally had a dud. He's been playing awesome for them. Poor shooting all around for New York last night. But I was like, how many threes is Diawara going to take? Does Mikal Bridges ever pass the ball? As soon as he touches it, that guy's shooting it, it feels like. So it didn't feel like a team that was united against each other. And like Tass is saying, the Cavs do feel pretty locked in right now. They got so many guys who are playmakers. Harden is setting the table first and foremost off as a starter, but Schroeder was really good. Last night, I thought Jalen Tyson kind of being a role guy and almost a Draymond-like character with these short rolls, finding guys in the corner. He only had a couple of assists, but I thought he was a really good ball mover for them last night. I wonder what their final starting lineup is going to look like as we get into the playoffs, as we go down the home stretch here, because Dean Wade has been a starter for them. If they go him, Mobley, and Allen, that's a ton of size, not as much shooting, and I thought they looked the best when they were 4 shooters and a big guy out there. So we'll see what Kenny chops up here, but a nice win for the Cavs to not play all that well and handle the Knicks pretty easily.
Yeah, final thought on the Cavs. Standings wise, big win for them because they're tied with the Knicks now for 3rd place in the East, though New York does have the tiebreaker if they have the same record. They've taken 2 of 3 against them, but they're just 1.5 games back. The Cavs are of 2nd place Boston Celtics, so they're within striking distance. And Jarrett Allen, I want to talk about him quickly here because he was active in this game last night early. He was controlling the paint on both ends, finished with 19 points on 7 of 8 shooting to go along with 10 boards. His performances here in February are eye-opening to the point, I saw this from Fear the Sword, Allen's teammates, especially Larry Nance Jr., they're jokingly referring to this version of Jarrett Allen as Black History Month Jarrett Allen. So they're saying, there's Hoodie Mellow, there's Masked Kyrie, and now there's Black History Month Jarrett Allen. He's averaging 21.4 points per game, 12 rebounds. He's shooting 74% in February. I think it's been helped out. The addition of James Harden, too. I don't know if it's just because we were sitting courtside calling the game for the Skyhawks, a G League game, but you see these big guys come out and they set their picks up above the 3-point line. But they're not staying very long when they set these picks. They're just touching the guy and running to the rim. They're not really establishing. You see a lot of that. Jarrett Allen does not do that. Man, that guy sets a pick and he holds it. And I don't know if James Harden has told him that's how he likes it, really establish it. But then he rolls. I'm saying it's this is a very geeky thing. The guy sets a good ass pick.
It's important,
because it's
man.
not just a tap pick or here I am pick. He sets it, he holds it, he lets James go, and then he rolls. But Black History Month, Jarrett Allen, that made me laugh. Larry Nance Jr. he had Donovan Mitchell dying laughing on that one.
They mentioned it on the broadcast, but when Harden got to the Clippers, He went through like pick and roll camp with Zubats, and Zubats became an all NBA like player. Nobody is surprised that Jarrett Allen is playing as well as he is, playing with James Harden. They've only played 93 minutes together, but 82% true shooting for Jarrett Allen in those minutes. In the much longer time he's played without Harden, 64.5. Like, he sets him up perfectly. Harden is such a good passer. He gets him the ball exactly when he needs it. Never a moment too early, never a moment too soon. He was looking like Bashir Jihad out there.
Yeah, he had a Statue of Liberty dunk as well last night. Yeah, there's no integration there with Black History Month and the Statue of Liberty. But yeah, he looks like sort of a statue setting those picks. You're right. I mean, he is a rock. Yeah.
Yeah. The Cavs are now 19-2 when Allen scores 15 or more points in a game. That's a hell of a record.
That's good.
Not even a ton of points we're talking about, but that rim pressure obviously opens up things on the offensive end, and you know he's going to give you a decent defensive effort. Like, he had a dud against the Thunder. That was a bad Jarrett Allen game. Otherwise, in February, he's been pretty lights out, especially with the addition of James Harden.
Yeah, those guys have the ball in their hands, Harden and Mitchell, and I think that's why Dean Wade is also out there, just because he doesn't need to do anything out there while Jalen Tyson is a little bit more involved in the offense. But the balance of the first unit and the second unit, to have Tyson's ability to cut and do that with Mitchell, with Schroeder, it's solid. It's definitely solid. Will it last forever? I don't know. But they are the best.
It's the honeymoon Harden stage.
They're the best third quarter team in the NBA, scoring wise, and they're really, really good at home.
Good.
Yeah, who cares? But they're the best at home, especially. So that matters in terms of the standings. Like, they do want to finish ahead of the Knicks, and I know they're chasing the Celtics, but
yeah,
that does matter, especially for the second round.
There was a report early in the season during one of these Cavs games that was on TV that Jarrett Allen has a book club, a Cavaliers book club. No other players are on it. Do you think at this point they're going to join up with him?
I mean, they should.
Yeah.
He's playing so well. Yeah.
Hey, let's see what he's talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
They're reading Misery by Stephen King. It's supposed to have been in like January.
So there is
You say they, but isn't it just him? Or
Well,
is
I
there
think
like
he's
staff?
with like staffers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The other
Footstep
guys
with
are
Jarrett
like,
Allen.
we'll watch the movie. Like, we can at least talk to him about it. Yeah. Oh, that's good. All right, let's keep it going here. Jonathan Kuminga scored a season-high 27 points in his debut for the Hawks, who blew out the hapless Wizards 119-98. We had a more entertaining game down in College Park with the Skyhawks instead of the Hawks because they just crushed them. But this was Trae Young's return task to Atlanta. Obviously not playing, but they gave him the tribute video, and he got very emotional.
Yeah.
As he was watching it, they showed some fans in the crowd. There was one guy holding up a Young jersey. He was tearing up.
Yeah, he was.
But Kuminga is the story from this one. Had a great game.
Yeah, no story for Trae Young. He was crying himself. He was extremely emotional. He was signing plenty of autographs while he had an ear pod in his ear. I thought that was weird. I don't know. Just weird seeing somebody sign autographs with ear pods. Anyway.
Why is that
I
weird?
don't know. Because he was just on the bench with his team.
Oh, okay.
Was he
well,
not?
now you're. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know where he was signing the autograph.
Well, he's signing them in the tunnel, the kind of thing. Like from fans in the arena. With an earbud?
You think you'd be offended?
I don't know. It
If
just
one
looks
of
weird.
your favorite celebrities
I
signed something for you and they could not completely hear you say, "Thank you, sir."
Well, can you please pay attention to me rather than what you're paying attention to?
How do you know he was listening to anything?
Are you listening to the State of the Union? Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I don't know what he was listening to. I have no idea. I actually don't know what time it was. Was it pregame? Was it postgame? But there were fans, so I imagine, as we were at the College Park Skyhawks game, it takes a while for fans to arrive.
Yeah.
So I imagine that was halftime.
Okay.
Pop out the bud. Anyway, I think Kuminga also was helped
Before you touch the pen, pop out the bud. Sorry. Okay.
No, that's fine. Maybe he could have a little reminder. His mnemonic device to remind him is having a pen behind his ear, and then I forgot. I got to pop my butt out.
My butt out.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Anyway, also what helped Jonathan Kuminga was Jalen Johnson got injured really early in this game. 5 minutes into this game, Jalen Johnson has to sit for the rest of the game with a hip injury. Hopefully he's all right.
Yeah.
But Kuminga was able to just go crazy in this game, especially because they're playing the Wizards, and that was part of watching the clips of this game from Kuminga. I mean, the guy's just got to get in front of him. That just was Justin Champagny. Call your bro with the Spurs. Ask him how he does it. Tristan Vukcevic, come on, man.
Come on, Tristan.
Come on.
Get serious.
Get in front of guys. Gabe went right by Vucevic, right by him for a beautiful reverse. Everybody just skipping Gabe Vincent. pull back on that three. I mentioned him because it's him. It's Reece Shea and now Kuminga as their bench.
Yeah.
That's an interesting bench. It's a perfect 500 club, 500 team type of bench, but they could score, obviously. So that's an interesting little trio there. Reece Shea has moved to the bench. Number one, he hasn't been clicking, but also because he plays beside Dyson Daniels, and Dyson can't shoot.
Right.
So Reece Shea's struggle bus with shooting can't be on the floor at the same time. So that's an interesting bench to watch here. But it was a win over the Wizards, so kudos to Kuminga.
Hey,
but at the same time,
well played. Come back, make your new team debut against the Wizards. That's just brilliant right there.
Very smart.
Because he looked amazing. Now, he hit a trio of 3-pointers, had 7 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals in limited time, 24 and a half minutes. But you're right. A lot of these were, transition variety where there was not a lot of resistance from the Wizards. Threw down a couple nice dunks. There was one beautiful play where you were like, oh yeah, he played for the Warriors. Like, he was moving off ball and cut back door. And I think it was Nickeil Alexander-Walker threw him a beauty, left-hand dime and got the N1 finish. So this is a great first performance here for him.
I mean, this is one of the best games he's ever played, I thought. And it seemed to me the happiest game he ever played. Because this dude was cheesing the entire time. And it was funny to watch his reactions, but also funny to when they would cut to the Hawks bench and you see Buddy Hield and he's like, I knew what this guy went through and he's having such a good time out there. But I mean, he was just, I guess he was the best athlete on the court. He was running like crazy. He had all these dunks like you're saying. I thought he played pretty unselfishly as well. He passed up a wide open dunk to find the Nickeil Alexander-Walker in the corner. He could have easily dunked that. But he was trying to do the right thing. You're right. It's weird. He got a bigger opportunity here because Jalen Johnson went down. So shots, minutes to be had on the wing because, Jalen Johnson's the number one guy there. Reece Shea, they still got to figure out what's going on there. He just recently went to the bench, hasn't had a good sophomore season. That happens with wings sometimes. A decent first year, step back second year. He could still get better, but it's still a question mark to me what they're going to actually do with Kuminga because he's got this team option for next year. Is this a showcase around the league? Is this as it will build him up and try it again next year with the option? Do we extend him? There's a lot of things they can do, but for one game, it was awesome.
And coming off
a great time. It was loud, man.
Yes.
They were going crazy for Kuminga.
And he's coming off the bench. Does he want that? Does he like that? Is he cool with that?
Great question.
Yeah. We don't know.
Ziller pointed out in his newsletter this morning, Steve Kerr and the Warriors visit Atlanta on March 21st. Mark that one down because that might be a must watch, right? With Steve Kerr and that team coming here, and will Kuminga put on a show or will they contain him? Again, this is against the Wizards. We want to see Kuminga do this against obviously better talent, but
he'll do it again on Thursday because they play the Wizards again.
Okay.
It's a baseball series. They're still here.
All right, let's talk about another return. Dejounte Murray came back after not playing for 13 months, out rehabilitating his injury. Zion had 26. Pelicans beat Kuminga's old team in the Warriors 113-109. Murray played about 25 minutes. Trae, what do you think of him and his debut here?
A little rusty, but I thought he was pretty good. He started the game. He closed the game. I thought he was moving pretty well. Looked quick when he went by Moses Moody for a big bucket late in the fourth quarter. He was definitely the best when he had the ball in his hands, which is how Dejounte Murray is the best. So a weird fit when you consider Jeremiah Fears as a ball handler. Queen's going to be a guy that brings the ball up for them in the future. And then, of course, Zion is playing great right now. 34 straight games. He made his first 3-pointer since November last night. This guy has to be the number one trade candidate of the offseason. If he's able to make it to the summer, you got to move off him. You have to. If he's this healthy, you have to trade him for anything. So that's what I would have to say.
What happens though if the Pelicans have a great Mickey Mouse march here? Can't you see them just going, hey, we got something here. We got Dejounte, we got Zion, we got Trae, we got Herb Jones. I'm just I'm with you.
You're right.
I'm with you 100%, but I'm fearful that happens.
But if they believe in Queen, which it's weird that he's coming off the bench right now, they're starting DeAndre Jordan. And he's playing okay.
Yeah.
But it is weird to see him behind Jordan. But if they believe in Queen, the fit with Zion is just too weird, I think. And after all of the stop and start nature of Zion's career, to actually have him playing and playing well, his trade value is never going to be better than this offseason. But for me, when I'm watching Dejounte Murray, I'm basically watching for Jason Tatum because their injuries were similar times. January 31st for Murray, May 12th for Tatum. I don't know exactly when Dejounte Murray had his surgery, hours after wise. Tatum's was like less than 24 hours, which is supposedly a big deal. But if I'm a Boston fan and I see Dejounte Murray come back and he was moving around the court looking pretty fresh,
I thought he looked springy.
I would be encouraged
Yeah.
if I'm a Boston fan, seeing him return, what'd you say, 13 months later. I mean, Tatum, it feels like is going to push it to less than 13 months. He's going to be under 12 months by all accounts. But definitely encouraging for the Pelicans and for the Celtics, I think.
Yeah, I saw the Zion stat that this was his first 3 of the season. I was surprised.
I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
And like Trae said, he hadn't attempted one since November.
Right.
He's like 1 for 4 from deep.
Yeah, I thought that he'd hit more over the course of his
crazy.
career. When he did actually play, I thought he'd hit more just overall. He's only hit 33 for his career in 257 games. So
He hit 4 in his first game, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
oh yeah, when he
We
didn't
went
play
nuts.
that entire time.
Like, whoa.
in
awesome.
2019,
Yeah.
Who is
4
this
for
guy
7.
coming off in that January game? Splash against the Spurs.
Spurs, yeah.
Yeah, that was a wild one. But I do agree. It is the time to move him if their front office is willing and their ownership is willing. TBD. Because the chemistry with Dejounte Murray is still a huge question mark. Although Dejounte Murray, he did look good. Great to see him on the first possession make that baseline cut and get the ball and score. And then, as you said, minute left, he still had it to score. Some classic Dejounte turnovers in this game. Classic stuff.
5 turnovers total.
Trying to be the pick and roller. Here comes my pocket pass. Here comes D'Anthony Melton's leg.
Yeah.
That should have been credited with a steal, and he wasn't. It's overridden by Dejounte Murray's comeback that D'Anthony Melton had 28, baby.
He had the number 1 play of the night.
Huge
the
dunk.
he threw down.
That was a sweet dunk.
He must have went crazy.
Carlo
that's right.
got it. Carlo Matkovic. Always fun to say that name. Yeah, these on the other side, the Warriors' injuries. Yeah, I mean, for them to be in a game at the end of it is just a good sign, period. Even without Steph, without Kristaps Porzingis, unbelievable. An illness. That's okay. I shouldn't say unbelievable.
Very believable.
Yeah, 2 games in a row, and illness. Al Horford's toe hurts. That's getting old sucks.
That's called getting old.
He has gout.
Left big toe. It's kind of fun to see the Pelicans not tanking. It's kind of fun to see the Warriors keep up. I like Brandon Podziemski coming off the bench, but unfortunate for them, obviously.
Yeah, you said Dejounte had that clutch driving layup with about a minute left. That was a big shot. This was a close game. It put them up 5 points, 109-104. I thought he looked okay. Yeah, despite the turnovers, there were a couple nice plays where he was doing a really good job of hitting Zion on the short roll. So the chemistry was sort of there. A few of those were, maybe he was trying to thread the needle a little too much. But an abysmal game shooting-wise from deep. They combined to shoot 21 of 85 from 3 between the Warriors and Pelicans. So Zion hitting 1 is a miraculous part of that. But Dejounte back, Kuminga back for the Hawks there, or his first game with the Hawks, a couple returns.
And there's a team that's not tanking, the New Orleans Pelicans.
Well, they can't.
True.
Their hands are tied on that one.
Yeah, but as we were talking about with people at the College Park Skyhawks game, they're watching. They're watching to see how many games the Pelicans win or lose, but they are playing guys to win.
Let's show you the other results from last night because there was a lot of basketball. We'll throw up the somewhat crooked-looking board here from the score. Our friends up in Canada with the score. It's not crooked. It's I'm telling you, it's a weird trick on your eyes. But anyway, any of these games you want to touch on, Tass? Any other takeaways from last night's slate?
Well, the Celtics staying hot. 4 straight. They are just playing so consistent. And yeah, they're playing the Phoenix Suns, who are injured.
They can't score.
Yeah, they only scored 81 points against the Celtics, but they also couldn't rebound against the Celtics. That means that they are playing hard. Celtics out-rebounded them 61-34. So just a good time of the season here for the Celtics, who are clicking and awaiting Jason Tatum's return, as Trae was talking about there. The Bucks, they've won 7 of their last 9 games. They're backcourt cooking. Ryan Rollins, 21. Kevin Porter Jr., 32. This feels like the best part of Kevin Porter Jr.'s career right now. Although Tyler Hero on the other side for the Miami Heat had a bad shooting night coming off the bench. And he's stayed on the bench since he's returned. So bad night there. And Jaden McDaniels, who we'll get to a little later in Woboy, key for the Wolves. We'll get to him later when we go stat line of the night.
TK, anything you want to address?
Bulls got destroyed by the Hornets last night. Not even close. 10 straight losses for Chicago. They're the 5th team this season that has a double-digit losing streak. I wonder if that's the most ever in a single season. Kings, Mavs, Pacers, Wizards, and now the Bulls have lost 10 or more games.
That's a lot of games to lose.
Yeah, Pelicans have 2 Niners, but doesn't quite count.
Never got there.
I was trying to get stat head mode. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it with the streak finder. Too confusing. Too many options. I don't know what. Greater or
We need
less?
a tutorial, I think, sometimes.
I thought I was nailing it, man. I thought I was on it. I could get the stats for one season.
Right.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I wasn't going to do it for every season. But I wonder. That's a lot of teams that have 10 straight losses. But yeah, the Bulls are very bad last night and for the past month. But it was a great night for Chicago because the Bucks also won, which means Chicago moves into 9th spot for the best odds.
Wow.
In the draft lottery.
Making your way down / up.
I'm spinning it on Tankathon every single day.
Any luck hitting the number 1 seed with Chicago Bulls?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I don't stop until they're But I'm happy to see them jump into the top 4. They got 7% better last night. And next in their sights, Dallas and Memphis, who both have 3 fewer wins than Chicago this season. Going to be tough to catch them.
So they got 7% better.
They went from
possibility
13 to 20 for a top
4 pick.
Yeah. He's not even greedy. See, that's good.
No.
Yeah. He doesn't need the number 1 pick. He just wants top 4. That'd be very nice.
I want 3. I want 3.
You want 3 specifically?
Okay. Yeah. Bulls drafted a good player, number 3, once upon a time.
Yes, that's right.
And I'm praying for Carlos Boozer's son to come to Chicago. We had Boozer, and now we have and one more. Come on, Cam. Come on down.
That'd be fun.
That's why you should be breaking down the stats of the lottery balls behind the scene, not the lottery balls that we see Mark Tatum pick, but yes, the behind the scenes where they're doing, I don't know, how many lottery balls do they pick out? Like
1,001 or something like that.
Right,
and it isn't
right.
like 6-ball combination or something like that. I want them to rig it. It's time for them to rig it for the Bulls again.
I think they do.
It's been, I mean, they absolutely rigged it for the Bulls in 2008 when the number 1 prospect was a kid from Chicago and the Bulls had the worst chance ever. That actually ended up at number 1. They haven't rigged it for him since. And the Bulls put the play-in tournament on the map.
Who do you trust more, Adam Silver, Ernst, or Young?
Ernst. Yeah.
What's your name? Ernest? No, it's Ernst. Ernest? No, Ernst. The Thunder beat the Raptors last night. I know that was a
what
pick 'em
happened?
game. Oh, it was a good comeback from the Raps. But what happened is they can't beat good teams. I don't care who's
That's
playing.
true.
Unfortunately, the Raps are just a classic good team this year, but can't beat the great teams, even if the Thunder are missing a bunch of guys. But I jokingly sort of said the other day when we were talking about the Thunder, it's like, yeah, they're missing SGA and AJ Mitchell and obviously Jalen Williams, and there was another guard they're missing. And I was like, it doesn't matter. They have like 6 other guards that could start for a lot of teams. A little tongue in cheek, but I believe it with Wallace. That guy could start for half this league. And a team should be like, obviously, trying to yank him away from the Thunder and throw a bag at him. He's good, man. He's really good. 27 points, 8 boards, 7 assists for him last night. They were celebrating Canada night, Canada basketball. SGA wasn't even there, so that was unfortunate. That's okay.
He wasn't even in attendance?
No.
Well, Lou Dort was there.
Lou Dort, RJ Barrett, of course,
Great.
played, and he was all right. But yeah, no SGA.
Wallace was sweet, though. That was, Raptors did a good job to get back in the game when it looked like it was maybe going to tilt towards a blowout for the Thunder. But then Casey Wallace just made 3 straight plays down the stretch. This guy is taking the opportunity with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Williams and AJ Mitchell, being out. There is ball handling to be done for the Thunder, and he's showing that I'm not just a defense guy, and that'll pay dividends come playoff time when it's like, maybe Shai picks up foul trouble or something like that. Dort's in foul trouble. Mitchell, he's got a sprained ankle. Who do we turn to? Cason Wallace.
Yeah.
27. Career high for that guy,
Yeah, man. The stretch is actually scary for the rest of the league. I feel like with all these Thunder guys getting more opportunity here to grow their game and maybe get some reps as they get into a potential or get into playoff series, what I mean. Like they're only going to go as far as like SGA, your MVP, takes you. Like you're winning a title depending on SGA, but like these other guys are going to have moments and games, and they're getting more opportunity here and obviously delivering.
Yeah, that's why I anointed the Denver Nuggets a potential winner when Jokic went out. Here comes Peyton Watson. Here they come to collaborate to get those guys in there. Get just the reps, and
they played well.
Like
they played well without him.
Yeah, before Jokic, and we'll see how the core of Shai returns because the abs. It matters. It matters.
It matters, but he's like, look, if these were playoff games, the guy's playing. guaranteed. This is a classic. Like, yeah, man, just chill for a bit here. We got this. This is obviously we went super long last year and all these long series and stuff like that. Get a break. And, you know, it's interesting, the whole MVP part of it with the 65 games played threshold. Like, we might have a default MVP winner. Like, no offense to some of these guys, but there could be a lot of them out of the running, depending on Jokic, depending on when.
3 more?
Yeah, it's
something like that.
Yeah,
not many.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I read Tom Haberstroh was
Yeah.
advocating for Cade Cunningham potentially winning this thing.
Oh, yeah,
He has a
maybe.
good chance because he's going to play 65 games,
Yeah.
and there's a chance that Shea and Jokic don't.
And
A
Wemby.
good chance, yeah, and
Maybe
Wemby as well.
stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little Team USA roster building.
Let me ask you guys something. What is the best part of the season to watch in person? Doesn't have to be regular season.
Oh well, yeah, the playoffs.
NBA Finals?
NBA Finals. Yeah, we're going all the way.
Oh, I'm
NBA
a big
Finals.
first round guy.
Gonna be game 5 in the second round.
Yeah, man.
Best thing I've ever seen.
Pivotal game 5 in the second round. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I love a pivotal game.
To everyone listening or watching, well, have you ever attended an NBA Finals game? Well, now's your chance, courtesy of FanDuel. It's simple. All you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you'll be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for 2. NBA Futures lets you lock in your pick for who you think will go all the way, whether it's a team to win the championship or a conference title. Use that profit boost today. If you're listening on Wednesday or Thursday or during that happy hour on Friday, just boost it a little bit. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA.
All right, if you're joining us on YouTube, do us a favor. Hit that little thumbs up right there. Helps other people see the show and find the show. Obviously, if you're listening to the podcast, 5-star ratings and reviews, please, please, please. And shout out to everybody leaving comments on the Spotify there. It's a fun little addition that they've done. Okay.
You love the comments on Spotify.
Oh, I love them. You know, it's there's not a lot of noise. You know, I'm really looking at it. I'm really seeing it. Then I can throw an emoji on it. I can respond to it.
That's great.
There's just too many places, though, to comment, if I'm being honest.
It's tough to keep up with all these comments.
It really is. But we appreciate all of them, no matter where you put them. Okay, Kevin Durant. We talked to Ben Golliver a little bit about this yesterday, but Kevin Durant told ESPN recently that he plans to play in the 2028 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. KD, 4-time gold medalist and the U.S. men's leading scorer in Olympic competition. He'll be approaching 40 years old when the next games come around here. But he has told Team USA managing director Grant Hill that he wants to play in the Olympic stateside, but only if he can still be a meaningful contributor. And Trae, you sort of chimed in yesterday. He's like, yeah, if he wants to play, there's a spot for him on the roster. Sorry if that means another guy's squeezed. He's put in his time. He's the all-time leading guy. He is still good, and he should still be good at scoring the ball. He'd be on it, you think, if he wants to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's 26 a game, basically 50, 40, 90 this season, and somehow he's better in Olympic tournaments. Yeah. So I think if he wants to play and he's healthy, sign him up.
Yeah. There was a belief, he says, you fools. I didn't say anything that Paris was going to be his last Olympic Games. Now, that may have just been all of us going, oh, yeah, well, Steph is playing, but he says he's basically going to be done after this. LeBron aged out. And then KD. Like, oh, that's just perfect. Those 3 guys taking them to the gold medal once again, and they'll say goodbye. But Katie's like, no,
Right.
no. LeBron said he's not playing. I don't know about Curry, but I'll play if I can.
He got lumped. He got lumped in with Steph.
He was a lumper.
Yeah.
I think it's a fair lump.
It's a fair lump. It was a cool way. If it was the end, that was a cool way to go out.
Yeah, no doubt.
But with Durant's birthday, with Durant's birthday in September and LeBron's in December, Durant would be slightly closer to 40 if he suits up in Los Angeles. So he would potentially take the mantle as the oldest American man to compete in Olympic basketball. LeBron currently holds that record at 39.
And the mantle I think he really wants to take is those final shots that went to Steph. He would like that opportunity. It's not necessarily a mantle, but he would love that opportunity because he likes that opportunity. Period. That's what he does. So I think he would like to let it rip. Yeah.
Should Durant win his 5th gold medal in 2028, if they do it again, he would tie Sue Bird for the 2nd most basketball gold medals in Olympic history. I can't believe it made me laugh.
Second most?
Yeah.
Tarazi?
6.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, she's awesome.
That's incredible. So he's not even like, because at first I was like, oh, he must be like going to like get that to tie it. And then you're like, oh no, he would just tie it super. He'd still be one short. See in 2032 in, I have no clue. I have no idea where it is.
Placid. No.
No, I can't imagine it's in America again. No idea where it is. Anyway, there's been a lot of talk after this news from KD about predicting Team USA's 2028 Olympics roster. Two media factions actually shared their predictions. I want to share them both with you and get your opinions on which either predicted squad you like more or other guys you would have in the mix. So I'll tell you CBS Sports 2028 Team USA roster. Sam Quinn went with 5 guards, 4 forwards, 3 centers. The guards were Cade, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, and Con Knipple. The forwards were Tatum, Flagg, Amen Thompson, and Kevin Durant based on seniority. And then the centers were Chet Holmgren, Bam Adebayo, and Jalen Duren. That's CBS's Team USA squad. ESPN, they had a crack at it as well, a little different. Their guards were Cade and Anthony Edwards, and then Tyrese Halliburton and Con Knipple. The forwards, Tatum, Flagg, Amen Thompson, and then Scotty Barnes and Jalen Williams of OKC. And then the centers were the same, Chet, Bam, and Duren. So both CBS and ESPN had 9 guys, Trae, that were the same. Cade, Ant, Knipple, Tatum, Flagg, Amen Thompson, and then 3 centers that I named in Chet, Bam, Duren. What were you thinking as the one American here in building this squad? Who got it more right, or which guys are you like, how are they not included?
The first thing I was thinking for both was Bam is a guarantee. Eric Spoelstra's the coach. I think that's part of it. Bam does have a reputation with Team USA. He's been there for a couple of runs here. So I can see him being on the team, but I think the number 1 center there should be Chet Holmgren. I wonder what the Halliburton of it all is. That was one that stuck out to me as well. I think CBS, you said, chose a different Tyrese.
That's right.
Maxey over Halliburton. Maybe it's an out of sight, out of mind thing, but Halliburton, I thought, was kind of an intern for Team USA in Paris. Come out, you're our 12th man. You're not going to complain about not playing. Hilarious interview with LeBron when he's talking about Steve Kerr in the locker room saying, some of you guys aren't going to play. And Halliburton's looking around. He's like, wait a second. Everybody here is going to the Hall of Fame. I guess that's me.
He also had the hilarious tweet, when you ain't do nothing on the group project and still get an A while holding up the gold medal. That is an all-time tweet.
Yeah, but that to me means we're bringing him along to get the team experience, to get him in the system and figure out how to play together. I also think he is a good international player, at least on the offensive end. He would be a target, I do believe, defensively, the physicality that's allowed in international play might cause some problems for Halliburton, but the way he moves the ball, the way he plays so fast, and the fact he's a 40% three-point shooter, to me, gets him on the team. But I love Maxey as well. Like, I think he's a great player. I think he's just as good of an off-ball player as Halliburton is. But I think I would pick, assuming Halliburton gets back to full strength and is looking good by 2028. I think I would choose Halliburton just because he's a guy that doesn't need the ball, but still definitely contributes on the offensive end without needing the ball. Those are 2 that stuck out to me.
Yeah, I totally agree. I like the ESPN picks better because it was less dominant ball players. This is the difficult job for Grant Hill and Steve Kerr because you need some of those guys. I was surprised that Devin Booker wasn't picked on either of them.
Yeah,
he should be
31 years old. Yeah,
he has to be. He was perfect off the ball and doing what he did extremely well defensively. That's what he did. He became that basketball player just to complement, to be the 4th option on the floor as a ball handler. With the big 3 there and a center, he could just be off the ball, period. Yeah. And so I was shocked not to see that. Tyrese Halliburton has to be there as well. I think that's a lock. And then you start to get into the minutia of things. Like, yes, I understand he said to Steve Kerr, whoa, these guys are all Hall of Famers. That's why I would think Jaylen Brown should be part of this conversation. Why should he not? But then the ball handler thing comes up again. If you're getting ball dominant types of guys beside him, the Maxey one is a good point. I would have to drop Maxey if I was Grant Hill and Steve Kerr because you want guys like honestly, Jason Tatum was basically in Tyrese Halliburton's spot.
Yes.
They didn't do anything
Yeah.
in
No,
the
you're right.
Olympics. So Tatum's role needs to increase as well. But yeah, then the Brown thing comes up. This is tough, but I think you might have to cut some young guys. I know Amen Thompson is awesome defensively, but I think you can get away with the lack of or a defender like a Devin Booker who isn't as good as Amen Thompson, but the guy can shoot it and the guy can score it. So you have to make some decisions here, and I think Amen Thompson might not make it either.
Yeah, I was the ESPN one. I think there's no way, and at least I think that Amen Thompson, Scotty Barnes, and Jalen Williams of OKC, all three make the team. I think there might be a little just too much overlap. These are all talented players. They're all deserving players. And there is the graphic, JD, you can go full screen, of the ESPN 2028 roster. Again, just to spell it out for the podcast listener, the guards, Cade, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, Con Knipple. I mean, both teams having him in the mix, and
Simmons was
that guy
cooking.
can shoot the
That
rock.
guy called it before the season started. He's like, Con Knipple's going to be on the 28 Olympics team, and he feels like a shoo-in to me at this point through 60 games of his NBA career.
Yeah,
Fastest guy to 200 threes, though, and he just seems like a perfect international player.
Yes. And then flag, of course, Tatum, Amen Thompson, Scotty Barnes, Jalen Williams, and then Chet, Bam, and Jalen Duren as the bigs. You brought up Devin Booker. Where is he? Jalen Brown. Now, Brown did criticize Team USA in 2024 for his belief that it allows Nike influence over roster decisions. Look, I mean, sometimes that can hurt guys' chances to make teams like this when obviously there's other guys that they can go with.
Yeah, at some point, didn't he say, if Nike signs me, I'll join the 2028 Olympic team?
Okay, well, that's smart. And then, Evan Mobley is another name. I think obviously could be considered as a replacement of one of these guys. But
I think
they're at a point here where there was like fear of the American developmental pipeline, and that's not an issue. There's a talent boom right now.
Yeah, and I mean, we got 3 more Americans that are going to be the top 3 picks in this year's draft. Any of those guys make it going forward.
That's a good point.
Since Grant has taken over, there's been a strong Duke influence on these teams. Doesn't feel like Paolo maybe will make it back. Maybe that means Cam Boozer steps in. I don't know. We will see who's healthy at the time and who really pops. Another guy that I see getting zero buzz for Team USA, Donovan Mitchell.
Right.
That dude's awesome.
Yeah, Sam Quinn did have him in his mix, but you're right. Otherwise, you don't see his name come up a lot. Now, he'll be, I guess,
He'll be 31 as
a little
well.
older, like Booker, But he's another ball-dominant more type guy, and you might go, well, we got enough of them. We're good. We got Anthony Edwards. Even Cade. We got Tatum.
Yeah.
So maybe that's where they just we don't need the overlap there and prefer more of a Halliburton sort of playmaker, even Maxey with the speed, and then Amen Thompson defensively. So we'll see. It's going to be a good team. I think it's going to be all right. I think it's going to have a chance to win gold. But it's going to lose to the Canadians, which is going to be fun, but
they got to make it there first.
damn it. You're right.
Have they not secured a spot?
I'm into a gold medal game.
Oh. That's a good point, yeah.
They both do, Trey. They both have to make it there.
But I mean, one team has a reputation for making it.
For making it and winning it, yep.
Yeah.
So it'd be the time. There would never be a better time for the Canadian team to beat the Americans, though. In LA.
That's true.
Do it
That's
on their own
very,
court.
very true.
Whoa-boy of the night, sponsored by TopShotHotBoy. But not you.
No, not me.
TopShotHotBoy on YouTube. And this is great. I like this. On behalf of the 988 Lifeline, the crisis hotline in USA and Canada, and whether you're facing mental health struggles, emotional distress, alcohol or drug use concerns, or just need to talk to someone, caring counselors are there for you at the 988 Lifeline. So you are not alone. We added that, but shout out to TopShotHotBoy for sponsoring Wellboy. There were a lot of potential Wellboy winners. Kevin Porter Jr., great game. Season high, 32 points. Maxey, big in a win against the Pacers. Didn't even mention Joel Embiid. Did play and look good.
27 points in 26 minutes.
Paolo Banchero. He probably had one of his best games of the season, but I felt like highlighting a little bit of defense in the Wellboy here, and that's why Wolves forward Jaden McDaniels gets a little bit. 29 points on 12 of 16 shooting, so he shot the lights out. 5 of 6 from deep. 6 boards, only 2 assists, but look at the defense, Tass Mellis. Look at the defense, Tass. Look at it. 3 steals, 5 blocks, 8 stocks when you add them all up as they get the win there in Portland.
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels is basically the barometer for this team. That's who they are. They lost that game against the Philadelphia 76ers, their previous game. Well, they didn't have Gobert and they didn't have Naz Reid, and they needed a guy like Jaden McDaniels to be boarding and to be playing hard. And the Timberwolves laid an egg in that game. So you see games like this when he's ready to rebound, when he's ready to score, they win. And as Anthony Edwards said, that's our most important player. And it's totally true. He is having his best season. And this Minnesota Timberwolves team they're looking good standings wise, as they always do. I mean, they're there. It's such a great mix. This is a fun mix, 3 through 6. It's just a game and a half separating Rockets, Nuggets, Wolves, and Lakers. Now, they could have been up higher if they just took care of the Joel Embiid-less Philadelphia 76ers the other day. But it is every game. Every game goes up and down, but it all depends on Jaden McDaniels to me.
Two funny things I thought about Jaden McDaniels. They had Jamal Crawford on the broadcast last night, a Seattle guy. Jaden McDaniels also from nearby Seattle. And for us, it's like interesting to see Jaden McDaniels putting up huge offensive numbers because he's defense first. But Jamal Crawford was like, we didn't know he could play defense like this.
What?
Because he was a scorer in high school. I mean, he's a super athlete who made it to the NBA. I bet he averaged 30 a game when he was in high school. But he was basically like, yeah, we knew he could score. We didn't know he would be one of the best defenders ever. The other thing, did he disrespect the unwritten rules of the game by bouncing a ball off the floor for a windmill dunk up by like
7, I think?
7?
Were they?
Yeah, it was like maybe a minute left. Nobody tried to fight him.
No, I say.
Those are usually fighting terms.
But if anything, it's like he almost was helping the Blazers. Like, you could botch that.
You could botch that.
Like, that's a pretty ballsy move. It's like, okay, it's 7 with a minute to go. We've seen comebacks that are obviously with less time than that, only down 7. So he got it to go, but it wasn't clean.
No,
so
it wasn't.
It could have gone poorly. So no, I think the Blazers are like, yeah, give it a go, man. Try it.
Sure, try it.
Get creative.
Yeah, he fell down after that dunk. But I think he knew. We're on a 3-0. Like it was DiVincenzo and Anthony Edwards. They were right there. Yeah, he didn't mess that one up.
I just thought of this in looking at the box score. I didn't see a lot of the game itself, just the highlights. But talking centers for Team USA, what about Donovan Clingan moving forward as a big boy?
He's a big boy.
Now, we brought up Chet, potentially Bam, obviously has some history with Team USA, Ant Spoelstra, and then Jalen Duran's a big-ass dude. But Clingan, obviously, if he continues on this growth, I mean, that's a guy that's just going to play defense and get a million rebounds for you and set huge screens. So I'm just throwing him out there.
Seems like a perfect World Cup guy to me.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, get his reps there. And then maybe down the line playing in 2032. Again, wherever the hell they're playing.
Brisbane.
Oh, sunny Brizzy.
Vegas, mate.
Oh, mate. Wow, that's fun.
It is fun.
I used to live right by there. My sister went to school there for a year. Beautiful part. Beautiful part. I was going to say one more thing, and I've completely blanked on it.
Well, I'll vamp
Oh,
for
I know.
you.
Okay, go ahead.
I saw that Dyson Daniels has more airballed three-pointers than made three-pointers this season. I think he's like 15 to 12. And that's
You're telling
an
me he's
Australia fact for you.
airballed 15 NBA three-pointers?
Yeah, somebody went and watched all of his. I think he's taken like 80
take that
three-point
one.
attempts or something like that.
Oh, okay.
You can count the makes on Basketball Reference, but you got to hand count the air balls.
Wow.
That's a significant
That's
number.
a lot.
Yeah, I've definitely seen multiple. So it's not a shocking
Okay.
number, but yes, he's not all the Dyson form is there. I mean, something's going on.
Here's what I wanted to address with the Blazers game, because I saw this in the stream team before we went live. It was like the third comment of the day. It was from Bazalenka, and this is what it said. I need the guys' thoughts on Twizzy Night the Portland Trailblazers had with the GOAT, Yeet.
Excuse me?
Never feel older when you read something like that. I'm like, what the hell? So I was looking it up. I'm like, what the hell is Twizzy Night? Who's the GOAT, Yeet? From what I can tell, probably a Portland area rapper.
Yes.
And they had him in attendance, and he's saying he's got his new album coming, and he's throwing some T-shirts in the crowd. I'm sure they played some of his music. So those are my thoughts.
Yeah, I saw him
Yeet.
sitting there as well.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was from Portland.
Yeah, I did.
I'd never heard a song, but I've heard the name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's the one who said the lyric, "What a punch down on the Huff Man."
Oh, that's a good line.
You had me for 1 second. Shit, I've heard that before. Oh, no.
You know the song, The Huffman?
That's Mellis. It's a good line.
The goat's got to eat. I'm sure he said that
Goat's
before.
gotta eat.
Yeah, that's got to be a line.
Probably, yes. Anyway, Twizzy night, I guess was a success, though they lost in the end. So 124-120. One. Pick 'em tonight, Tass. We have ourselves a battle here. The month of February is wrapping up this week for us when it comes to picking these. So we got a few nights left, and we are all tied with a 7-6 record. Exciting times.
It is absolutely exciting.
Exciting times.
3 of us all tied up with 3 nights to go, and we got a good one tonight. Boston going into Denver, where Denver is favored by 4.5. Feels like a big number,
Yeah,
does it not?
it
Maybe
does.
because we're just in the moment and we're just watching Boston play at its peak, essentially. So why are they 4.5-point dogs? That's a back-to-back.
Back
for
to
them.
back, yeah.
Tough
Last
one,
game
yeah.
of a road trip, right?
Ooh, always
I
a
think-
tough one.
I think.
Going into Denver.
They're trying to sweep the road trip, are they not? Yeah. It
Yeah,
must
they've
be.
won 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Playing well.
So I guess it's a little surprising that Trae and I both have the Celtics, but it makes sense that you're taking the Nuggets, Skeets, after they didn't perform in their last game.
No,
So
not
may-
a ton of confidence, but I'm with you. I thought
Well-
the line was a little funky to the point where I was like, ooh, what do you guys know here?
But the Nuggets bounced back after a loss, like they just did against the Blazers when they spanked them after the bad game the night before against the Clippers. So that makes sense. But I don't know. I have faith in the Celtics, period.
Sure. Even if it's close, you guys got points to
Yeah,
play with. I
I
need the
took
Nuggets
those
to win by
points.
5, but big game here with all of us identical records at 7-6.
What stupid thing are we doing for the loser at the end of February, early March? We'll do it next week, I'm sure.
You got
We
to.
haven't discussed it.
We haven't discussed
I'll
it.
propose something. Twizzy night in the Classic Factory, and you got to just recite Yeet songs.
Perfect, yeah.
You got to wear the, I don't know, balaclava or whatever the hell he wears. I'm sure he does. I think I saw him.
Cool. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's got a cool chain. It looked like a bell to me. I was like, that's neat.
neat.
I mean, just an idea. I'm just.
So it's
It's a
Neat.
good start.
There's no wrong
It's a
ideas.
good start.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Twizzlers, so if I
okay.
lose, I'll eat Twizzlers in honor
Oh,
of.
I love Twizzlers.
I'm a Nibs man.
Do you like black licorice?
Yeah.
Yeah, so do I, man. Hell yeah.
Great. Yeah, man.
I think we talked about this before. It reminds me of, well, I like Ouzo.
Yeah.
Similar.
Oh, yeah, for
Similar flavors.
Anise.
Are you a black
Anise.
licorice guy? Some people hate it.
I don't hate it.
Oh, okay.
But
you
I'm,
don't.
not, I'm not fist pounding about it.
Oh.
Yeah, I love all
Let's
black
test them.
flavors.
Nah.
Hey, black licorice, my guy. Oh, shit. Twizzlers, my guy.
Okay.
The black licorice, just like Nibs, are like a Twizzler candy, like little teeny guys. There's black licorice candy.
Hell yeah.
Just like a little black licorice cat. You can just flip it into your mouth.
Is this controversial? I like licorice. I love black licorice. I like Twizzlers. I like red licorice. I don't love nibs.
Ooh.
I don't love them.
It's controversial in the licorice community.
You know, chew on that. All right, chew on that, everyone.
I just wish they could make it waxier. You know, that's my main thing with licorice. Not quite waxy enough.
JD, licorice man, black licorice man.
You fist pounding a black licorice?
Want me to come over?
Yeah, fist pounding black licorice for sure. Twizzlers, nibs, no thank you.
Interesting, interesting.
It tastes like nothing to me.
Yeah.
It's like
can.
eating plastic.
Like wax. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Nibs got a different flavor of plastic, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a good plastic.
Oh, you like
Real
it?
good
You like
plastic.
nibs?
Oh, I love Nibs.
Oh, wow.
I think the Canadian Nibs taste differently. I don't know how,
they might.
but I think they do. Canadian Nibs.
All right, let's call it there. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. Oh my God, Survivor 50 premiering tonight.
How pumped are you?
I mean, I am pumped, but it's 3 hours long,
Yeah.
so I don't want that part when we have to watch basketball and do a show. But once it starts, once we're back on the island with Jeff Probst and 24 castaways returning tasks, oh my God, yeah. Yeah, I'll be pumped. And we'll have no buffs tomorrow at 1 p.m., but we'll be here at 10 a.m. for a little no dunks. And maybe we'll hit the beach, send in your questions. No dunks Inc. @gmail.com, or you can drop them in the YouTube comments, or you can tweet us at No Dunks Inc. as well. Until tomorrow, Clipper Bros.
You heard it here first. Have a great time. Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us, and remember, black licorice, so good, especially because it's from anise, but I like to say anus. I mean, how would you pronounce it? I think it goes both ways.
I thought it was anise, but
Yeah.
there you go.
There you go.
Anise.
They make like a, I think there's like an Italian cookie, like a thin wafer that's anise flavored, right?
They're just creating things in anise.
Yeah, I mean, it's a unique flavor.
It is.
Absinthe, of course.
Yeah.
The Green Dragon.
Twizzlers taste like anus.
Oh, and right there. Embrace the day, people.